Janet, how are you? Thank you very much for accepting this interview.
Oh, bien, and hola to everyone.
How was the Learning Revolution book born?
It really came from two sources. One source was my doctoral dissertation from Northern Arizona University, and the other source was from Gordon's videotapes that he did in New Zealand. And it just happened to be that Gordon and I were at a learning conference in Seattle, Washington, sitting in the front row. He was on one side, I was on the other side. And there was someone speaking about accelerated learning, very famous person, but he was just talking about it. And Gordon, because he is a television kind of person, he was very brave. Well, to me, he was brave, but for him, that's nothing. He said, if this accelerated learning is so good, why aren't we doing it instead of just talking about it?
Sounds like Gordon.
Yes. And so the man who was speaking said, well, we don't have time. And I looked at Gordon, who was sitting on the other side, and I thought to myself, wow, he was saying what I was thinking. Then what happened, because Gordon had said, why aren't we doing something? Then finally the speaker said, okay, we will do something now that is accelerated learning. All of you who believe that you are visual learners, please go to that corner of the room. All of you who are auditory learners, listening and speaking kind of people, go to that corner of the room. And if you are more kinesthetic, go to this side of the room. Everyone was moving, but I wasn't moving, and Gordon wasn't moving. It was so funny. We were the only two people that weren't moving. So then the speaker said to us, so where do you belong? And we both said, well, we're all three.
Exactly.
So we were in a place by ourselves. And as a result, we then began to talk. And I was just finishing my doctoral dissertation, and he was just finishing his videos from New Zealand. And he said, oh, we're looking for a song. And I said, well, I happen to be a writer of a song. I will send it to you. We also started to talk about our work, what the video was about, what my dissertation was about. I sent him a copy of my dissertation, and he sent me a copy of his videos after he was back in New Zealand. And it was amazing. I looked at those videos and I thought, wow, he did in video what I did in the dissertation. And I can show you a copy of the dissertation if you like. So this is it. You can see that I did not buy my doctorate.
Wow.
This is 7 years of work. And of course, the Learning Revolution books, the many updates, and then the book I'm now writing. It's taking me very close to probably 5 years for my new book that I will be putting out soon. And really, even after Gordon and I wrote the first book, we updated many times, and that was another 7 years. So it's been my life, and it's very much researched, very in-depth research. That's how Gordon and I met, and we are now doing separate projects. I am no longer living in New Zealand. Gordon is living in New Zealand. We have worked apart from each other too, many times. I did a lot of work in Northern Europe, and I'm doing quite a bit of work in China. He was working a little bit with your Mexican school there in Mexico City.
Correct.
Yeah, and I'm working with a school in Puebla. We are working different ends, so to speak, but still, we're very much still sharing information and helping the world to be a better world.
Are you listening? Damn.